I was seeing the movie Mother, and I've never seen this movie, so I had to Google it. But apparently, it's an allegory. This movie has Jennifer Lawrence, who plays the mother. Javier Bardem plays the father, the husband, and they live in a house together. And they get these two uninvited, unwelcome guests that come over, and then it just kind of starts to become this barrage of people coming over uninvited, and things turn into chaos. And I think that there may be some unaliving happening because it literally gets that chaotic. And then eventually Jennifer Lawrence, she burns the whole house down because she's just furious at everything that has taken place. Spoiler alert, sorry. So, I had to ask, why am I seeing this movie? Because Lord knows I'm not gonna watch it, but I do feel like this is a message from the earth, Mother Earth. I feel like she has a message for humanity. I feel as if, I think we all know that the way things have been going, the earth looks like it's on a path toward destruction, towards human destruction. But that's what the people, the unwelcome guests, represent in the movie. They represent the destructiveness of humanity on the earth and the lack of regard for the earth's resources and for one another. So I feel like the earth is showing up to show us that energy does exist, that there are people who just will burn the earth to a crisp and not care at all and step on everybody along the way. But they're also letting us know that we have this opportunity to connect with our own version of service to Mother Earth. And this is an interesting concept because the North Node just moved into Aquarius, which is the sign of humanity and the collective and, innovation and revolution. And so I really do feel like there is this energy of understanding who you are on such a deep level that you allow yourself to connect with your own heart and become inventive from your heart space, which is connected to the energy of genius, which is also connected to Aquarius energy. And we are in our genius energy when we are tapped into our heart and we are creating purely from our heart. And everyone's heart expression, heart creations are going to look different, but there is something within your heart that you came here to express, that you came here to create, that is in pure service of humanity and of the earth. I feel like there's this very strong energy of us being redirected away from, the strategizing, the calculating, the trying to get ahead, trying to do the right thing, trying to be successful, trying to make it in the world. That whole construct is collapsing right now. People can't get jobs. People are getting laid off. The economy is tanking. Things are looking rough because that whole construct of get a job, be successful, go make it in the world is collapsing. And it's collapsing in favor of this new place we've never been before, which is I have a dream that lives in my heart. I follow my heart. I live through and express what my heart tells me to create. And the tricky part about that is that we've all been so conditioned to believe that when we do that, we're not going to be taken care of. We're not going to make enough money. We're not going to have a place to live. Our family's going to disown us. Our friends are going to disown us. We're not going to be able to maintain the level of status that we need. All of these things that we've been conditioned to believe are true. We have to face those things. We have to face those fears. Because I'll tell you right now, I've been an entrepreneur for 6 years, following my heart the whole way. And yes, it has been scary. I've wondered if I was going to make it, if I was going to have enough, but I always have. Almost miraculously at times. There has been enough, always, money to cover whatever I need. For 6 years, I've seen that happen. I've watched my bank account. I've seen it time and time again. So I know that when you follow your heart, you are divinely supported. And we need more people to know that. But I feel like this message is coming through because it's saying that more people are going to be forced to learn that. Because again, people are trying to get jobs, they're trying to go back to safety. The universe is not letting them. The universe is saying, you need to figure out how this divine compensation works. You need to sit with the fear that it won't work. And you need to trust and have faith in where your heart is leading you. I'm also seeing the movie Wish, which is about this guy who takes the dreams from the townspeople and he keeps them in his castle so that they have to live out just like plebeian lives, right? Worker bee lives, sacrificing their dreams so that he can feed off of the energy of all of their dreams, basically, and have all of the power. That's basically what's happening. That's what the old construct was. The old construct of go get a job, make it in the world, be successful, you need to have a job to feel safe. That's essentially the powers that be taking our heart's dreams and keeping them in a castle. So now we have the opportunity to be like the girl in the movie who goes and fights this guy so that she can free all of those dreams. Except we're doing this on an individual level. Each one of us has to fight within ourselves the man in the castle. Because the man in the castle exists within us too. That's the voice that tells you you need to get a job. That's the voice that tells you you need to have enough. You need to make sure you have enough. You need to be successful. We all have a man in the castle inside of us. So we have to fight that man in the castle within ourselves so that we can reconnect with our heart's dreams again. Something else that was coming through with this message is that if things look bleak for you now or have been looking bleak, that will change. But the reason that they've been looking bleak is because this part of you that calculates and strategizes and needs to be successful, we've talked about this part of you has to die. It has to. We're at the point where you cannot move forward with this part of you anymore. So you're gonna sit in the bleakness until it's dead, until it's gone. And then you are left with your heart. What's left after that is your heart and the beauty of it and the belief in it and the ability to express it. They were showing me also Amelia Earhart, who is the first woman to take flight. She represents feminine energy. She represents joy, passion, creativity, your heart, expression, all of those things, taking flight, being the first to fly high above it all. So that's where we're going. And it really just takes the faith and the belief in that and the daily reminders that that's where we're going, because it is very hard to look around the world, look around your life and not see evidence of that, but still believe that it's happening. That's the challenging part of all of this change. But Mother Earth was showing me that we are creating a new earth. We really are. And it is happening from our hearts. It is happening from literally just the existence of our hearts, which is why this period of bleakness that a lot of us are experiencing, where we don't know what we're doing, we don't know where we're going, our old identity is crumbling, everything we thought gave us value is crumbling. The reason we have to sit through that without knowing the next steps, without having that thing to move toward, is because it is stripping away every barrier, every blockage to your heart's expression that you have, so that by the end of this cleansing, purging experience, you will be left with the gold that is your heart, your untamed heart. And that is the heart that you are offering to the world. That is how you give back to humanity. That is how you give back and take care of Mother Earth naturally, through your heart's expression. That's all she's asking of us. So yes, we have to sit through this painful in-between period for as long as it's going to last, and we have to not try to get out of it, because we can't. I know from experience, you can't rush your way through it. You can't figure your way out of it. You can't figure your way out of it. That is a lesson, that is a word, because I know I'm a Virgo and I will try to strategize and figure my way out of everything, because I used to be able to do that, but you can't anymore. You really just have to be with yourself, be with your emotions, create enough stillness to hear what your heart is saying. Or if your heart is breaking, then you have to be with that pain and you have to be with that hurt and you have to move it through and out of your body. that is the only way through. That is the only way through. We can't think our way out of it anymore. We're being stopped, we're being blocked. I do think there's levels to this. I think that for certain people, it really is the end of the road. You cannot continue the way you have been. For some people, they can. They can get away with it a little bit longer. It really just depends on what you're ready for, essentially. Like the level of evolution, I guess, that your spirit is ready for, that's what you're gonna get. I personally am at the point where it's like, thou shalt not pass. Thou shalt not pass. Sit with it, and wait for it to alchemize, wait for it to change, wait for it to show you where to go next. If you're interested in learning more about this, working together in a community to move through these lessons, because they are not easy. And every time you move through one, you're gonna get the next level, the harder level of the video game, the bigger boss. And it helps to have people who've been through it. It helps to have people who are going through it around you. It helps to have energetic support, which is all what I offer in Rebirth, my membership community. That's down below. I also offer private readings if you want to get a little bit more one-on-one help with me.